In this Prager University course, I want to focus not on the evidence for God's existence, but on the benefits of belief. If God exists, then the world didn't just evolve by chance, but by deliberate design. There's an artist behind this incredible work of art, this big and beautiful world. If God exists, we're living in a great story, an epic like The Lord of the Rings, with real heroes and heroic tasks. Ultimately, all the twists and turns of this epic narrative will be paid off. Everything will make sense. It will even have a happy ending.
Really? A happy ending? Like for everyone? What about all those people who didn't pick the right religion or don't really want to hang out forever or even for a minute with your genocidal, homophobic, misogynistic monster of a God? And everything is going to make sense, so God will finally be able to explain why Fakir had to watch his wife and daughters be tortured and raped before they were murdered by Saddam's Republican Guard while Buffy and Chip played tennis at the country club and then got Mai Tais with their massages. That's amazing. I am dying to hear that one.
Not necessarily or even likely in our own lifetime. Even Moses didn't get into the promised land, but over the grand course of time, in an afterlife, which exists as surely as God exists.
Did I miss something? Was there a major discovery I didn't hear about? Since when are we sure there's a God? And which one is it? Did they? Okay, you're gonna look into it. Okay, we're gonna look into this. We'll get back to you. You keep going.
If God exists, the presence of evil, hard as it is to accept, makes sense.
Wait, what did he just say? Play that again.
If God exists, the presence of evil, hard as it is to accept, makes sense. God allows it for a reason, namely to preserve our free will.
To preserve our free will? I never asked for free will. I certainly never freely asked to have it, so preserving it is of no interest to me. I'd much rather live in a world where God created only sentient beings whose baseline predisposition towards goodness is high enough that we never have to fear another sentient being. And are we going to have this free will in heaven? You know, that place where there's no evil? Because if God's preserving our free will there without the evil, then that doesn't really make any sense at all. Does he know that religious people are not known for making sense? That's why you have to have faith, right? Because it just doesn't fit.
And God will reconcile all injustices in the end.
How is God going to do that? Let's go back to Fakir, whose wife and daughters were raped and tortured in front of him before they were murdered. How's God going to reconcile that injustice? Because punishing the people who did that's not going to do it. Fakir still had to watch it happen, and his wife and daughters still had to suffer it. That'll be with them forever, even in the next life, I would assume, unless there's some kind of memory wipe or something. But do they get a bigger slice of heaven? Does their bliss come with an extra pinch of bliss? Or
if there is no God, life is one big crapshoot.
Well, clearly, even if God exists, this life is one big crapshoot. Just ask Fakir and his wife and their daughters.
If God does exist, morality is a real, objective feature of the world. If there is no God, morality is just the rules we make up for this little game of life that we play.
I will take the rules we make up over God's morality any day, mostly because I don't want to see my LGBTQ plus friends murdered, along with my sexually active female friends. I also enjoy wearing linen and wool together sometimes, and don't even get me started on dancing.
If God exists, love is the nature of an eternal reality.
Deepak? Is this guy channeling Deepak Chopra? What the hell does that even mean? Love is the nature of an eternal reality? Can I get that with some crystals and a coffee enema? I thought he said things were going to ultimately make sense. Is that it? What? Oh, we're not there yet. Okay, go ahead.
If there is no God, love is just a fleeting feeling. no more than a bunch of chemical and neurological interactions.
Is there any other group of people on the planet who will talk love just to get you on their team? Jesus, man, whatever the cause, whether there's a God or not, love is f***ing amazing. How does Peter not know that? Poor Peter. This video just gets sadder and sadder. I don't know how much more of this I can take.
If God exists, you are of infinite value. He knows you as a parent knows his child.
Oh, he knows you way better than that. He created you with everything that is you. He made you you. Every proclivity, every preference, every talent, every failing. I mean, he's all-powerful. It's all his doing. And yet, he'll still punish you forever, perhaps for using the skeptical mind with which you were created by him. I guess we're still not to the making sense part? Is that okay? There's just no way I'm going to make it all the way through this video in one fell swoop. We're going to need to break this up a bit. Just the sheer amount of unsubstantiated assertion. It's really getting on my nerves. I mean, all of this is based on a particular idea of God, and we don't even know if God exists, so how could we know what he's like? Maybe they'll tell us in the last part of the video. I don't know. But until then, I'm me. Thanks for watching.